Everyone, it's Tuesday again, and I don't know how it happened. This week just zipped right by for me. Um, I don't know why, really. It's been a pretty normal week. I've been reading a lot more, maybe that's why. I tend to get lost when I read. um, but yeah, Tuesday, weigh-in day, and it's a scary one, folks. I weighed in at 169.1. So that's a 1 pound gain since last week. So, but yeah, it's frightening, but that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. I mean, I can't expect to work on muscle gains and have no weight gain. And I also, considering what I'm eating and my activity level, all those normal variations that people see, I mean, although I've been pretty lucky so far, because the magnitude of those two things is increased, that, I'm going to see those fluctuations now for sure. So, 1 pound is a lot for a week. I know logically that can't all be muscle mass. There has to be, some fat gain or a component of just fluctuation in there. But that's okay. I just have to sort of accept it. And it's hard. It's hard, guys. I tell you, when you gain a pound a week, that's pretty scary. But I looked over my food logs. My calories have been pretty much constant for the past 3 weeks. So that's okay. And I know that I'm still about 200 calories above what I had determined was my sort of stay the same calorie level. So I'm supposed to be gaining. Let's just keep telling myself I'm supposed to be gaining. And I mean, I look at myself and I see my muscles increasing in size. I mean, I'm really, like, my back, my shoulders, I mean, I have bones jutting out where I didn't even know there were bones, and I look at my back and I can see my ribs, and my legs are, like, rock hard, muscled. I can see definition that I didn't even know existed in a human body. So I'm doing okay. And I just have to keep telling myself that, because it is scary, after, a year plus of losing, to be gaining a little bit. But, it's just a pound, and I'm actually at the same weight I was 1 month ago today. So that's, that's okay. That's maintenance, right? If you're the same for a month, then that's pretty much it. So yeah, and I also looked at my diet too, and when it does, like, I figure out, my plan is still that I'm gonna put on 5 pounds, maybe 10 pounds, depends on how comfortable I am with it at that point, and then I'll go into a little bit of a cutting period where I, try and get rid of some of just that fat that I've gained while still working the muscles. And I looked at my diet, and I've got lots of places to cut calories, like, really easily. I mean, I take in, over 500 calories a day in nuts. So I don't even like nuts that much anymore. I just rely on them for calories, so that's a pretty easy place to cut some. I've also been doing things like, I don't have just milk, I have chocolate milk. So, and I do that for the calories and the carbs. But that's an easy place. If I just go from chocolate milk to regular milk, boom, that's 50% less calories, a lot less carbs, easy. I've also been eating a lot of flavored yogurt, which, instead of being 100 calories, it's 160 calories or 180 calories. So, I mean, again, it's an easy place to cut if I want to cut. So I'm not worried. I know what I need to do when I get there, so I just have to be confident in that. So Yeah, so what else happened this week? I went in last Thursday. I went into the city to see my bunch of doctors, nurses, nutritionists. Let's start with the nurse. It's actually a nurse that I hadn't seen for, I think, since my pre-op evaluation. So that was kind of interesting because she didn't recognize me. And she went in my file, she pulled out the picture that I had submitted when I did my initial request. And she's like, "You're not the same person anymore." You know, and it's like, yeah, I guess not. But let's see, what did the nurse say? I told her that I've been having like a little bit of a sort of an acidy, sort of tingly feeling in my throat, particularly when I drink quickly. And she said, you know, it might be a little bit of acid reflux, but it's probably not anything to be concerned about yet. So just to keep an eye on it. And she said if I was developing an ulcer or anything like that, because I asked about it, I would know it, because it would be painful and discomfort. And I don't have pain or discomfort. I just have a little tingly kind of feeling the back of my throat. So not too much to worry about. I mean, she did say that if I could cut down the coffee, that I should do it. So yeah, I'm going to try and cut down the coffee a bit and use more of my cold filtered coffee that I made a little video on yesterday. She also checked my blood pressure, which was still low, even though I've cut my blood pressure meds in half, I don't know, about a month ago. Yeah, my blood pressure was 113/67, so that's still pretty much on the low end. So next time I see my doctor, I'll probably cut that medication again. So hopefully get rid of it. So that'll be good. Also, my resting pulse. She checked it twice, but she didn't really believe it because it's not something they usually see there in the bariatric center. But my resting pulse was 56. Now, if any of you guys are familiar with resting pulses, it's pretty darn low. It's like athlete level low for someone my age. So that's good. So I've been keeping my heart in pretty good shape with my fitness, so that's good to know. The nurse, she was visibly upset to see me. She didn't want to talk to me. I don't know what was going on in her day, but she did not want to see me. Like, her first question was, she's like, do you even want to talk to me? And I was like, that's kind of a weird question to ask, because, you know, I was just kind of thrown up with it, because she's like, I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you last time, is eat more, do less, and eat more carbs. She's like, have you done that? And I'm like, well, yes, but not to the extent that you recommended. And she's like, okay. And yeah, that's about all she had to say. I don't quite know how to take that, but whatever. It's not really in, you know, what she says is not wrong. If I'm looking to stabilize and to, you know, just, you know, I see where she's coming from. That's all I want to say is I see where she's coming from, but I don't think it really fits my goals at the moment, so that's fine. And I can't really, eating more carbs is hard because, I mean, I'm already up like 350 grams a day, and that's eating like, I guess I could eat more fruit. I could eat more fruit juice. But it's already pretty high, I think. So it's kind of tough for me to add more. I don't know. I know people normally have 500, 800, 1,000 grams of carbs a day without even thinking twice, right? So, you know, I'll look at it. Maybe I can add some kind of I need a good bean dish. I mean, I like beans, but I'm not very good at making bean salad, so I might have some bean salad recipe. Let me know. 'Cause that would be a nice kind of thing to add in. Let's see, what else? Oh, I met with the psychologist as well first meeting, so it was a lot of introductory kind of stuff. But also about my food obsession. That is the fact that I'm still tracking, 13, 14 months out. She said it's probably good if I can let that go, but she understands at the same time that, one, I'm worried about regain. Two, at the same time, I'm worried about if I don't track, I'm not going to get enough calories in, because I don't want to eat 3,000, 3,200 calories a day. I literally eat pretty much all day long, so I mean it's not something I want to do. So if I was not to track, I think what would happen is I would not get enough calories in the day, and that would hurt my progress in the gym, and I might actually start losing weight again. Or I would go through most of the day, willy-nilly eating when I'm hungry, whatever, and then at the end of the day realize that I have 1,000, 2,000 calories that I need to eat. And, in a pinch, if you want that many calories, you go to bad food, right? Because it's hard. For someone who has weight loss surgery, it's not easy to get in 1,000 calories in a shot. I mean, most of my meals are snacks. I can go up to about 500, 600 calories, and that's pretty much as much as I can get in at once. So she understood that. She said, it's something to look at in the future, but it's not necessarily unhealthy to be tracking like that. It's not normal. 99% of the population doesn't do that. So, but she said that it's not something I should be concerned about. Everything else, though, I'm a complete mess. She says I definitely have some social anxiety, suffering from the social isolation, and no kidding, right? I knew that. So she gave me some ideas of what to do. She recommended that I make more of an effort just to make idle conversations, chats with strangers, not in the hopes of them leading to anything else. I mean, that's always the mentality. I want to meet a new friend. Find someone to do things with. This is in my mentality. That's what I want. But she said what's good for most people is just to have those passing, fleeting moments of interaction with someone else. And once I'm more comfortable with that, then the other stuff is going to be a lot easier for me. And that kind of makes sense. So I'm going to make a little more effort. I'm not the kind of person that likes the idle chit chat. The how's the weather, these kind of things. I don't really like those kind of conversations all that much, but it's what people do, right? So let's see, what else? This video is probably getting a little long, my hand's falling asleep, so I'll try and cut it short. I did my little cold brew coffee video yesterday. It wasn't very good. It's just kind of a quickie to show people what I do for my iced coffees. My video last week, my little rant, was both well received and not well received, and I understand because it was kind of confusing. So I'm working on a little, not a redo of it, but just a little bit more positive. How to fix if you're not losing, how to fix it, and things like that. Just sort of positive recommendations on what to do instead of just saying, oh, don't do this, don't do this, don't do that. I don't know if it's part of my personality that I want to tell people what not to do and not necessarily tell them what they should do, or how they should feel. Can't really tell that to someone. But anyway, so I'll let you guys go, and I'll talk to you soon, hopefully. Okay, bye.